Hey guys, Kenny Schaefer here again with OFIT Optimized Health and Fitness, and as always, I am your Dolce Diet Coach for nutrition counseling. This week, I'm back again with another recipe. This time it's going to be a breakfast recipe again. This is our Quinoa Cashew Berry Bowl. So typically for myself, if I'm not eating the breakfast bowl, this is usually my go-to meal. It's a couple of simple ingredients. We have quinoa, blueberries, strawberries, cashews, a little honey, and some Himalayan salt with a dash of lime juice. Dish is absolutely delicious. It takes maybe 20 minutes to make, the brunt of that time being the quinoa. So if you give me a moment, we'll go ahead and get into this. I'll talk to you about some of the nutrition of the dish, and I'll teach you how to make it. Alright guys, so I have all the ingredients laid out here for you. This is a half cup of quinoa. So if you've never cooked quinoa before, it's 1 part quinoa to 2 parts water. So essentially what's going to happen, since I have a half cup of quinoa, I'll bring a cup of water to a boil. Unlike rice, you let the water boil first, then you throw in the quinoa, reduce it down to a light simmer, and leave it covered. And it takes literally 15 minutes and it's done. Should come out nice and fluffy like this. I use the tri-colored quinoa. You can use the red quinoa, the yellow quinoa, whatever you want. I just like the blended flavor there. So for the rest of the ingredients, I have a cup of strawberries that I chopped, 8 ounces of blueberries, a 1/4 cup of cashews, a tablespoon of honey, some lime juice, and then the little bit of salt that's going to go in. So this dish is quite simple. Just combine everything. So there's my cup of strawberries, 8 ounces of blueberries, 1/4 cup of cashews. Now it calls for a dash of lime juice. I just squeeze a half of a lime, and this part actually makes the dish, which is where my preference comes in. A little bit of honey, and I forgot, but it also calls for a little balsamic vinegar, and that's going to be a tablespoon of that as well. So, and the honey is obviously the messier part. So the really cool thing about quinoa is it's one of only 2 plant proteins that are complete protein. It's a great source of protein, but also a decent source of carbohydrates. It's not going to be super high on the glycemic index. So it's a nice substitute for rice or sweet potato, especially if you're trying to do a little bit of carb cycling, or even if you have blood sugar sensitivities. 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan salt. And just like that, the dish is made. All you gotta do is stir it around and eat it, or you can eat it however you want. I guess you don't have to stir it around. But in all reality, like I said, this dish really does only take about 20 minutes total, and 15 of that is cooking the quinoa. And realistically, if you chop the berries while the quinoa is cooking, it might take you 17 minutes to make. Obviously, I had everything kind of pre-prepped, but that's the simple aspect of the dish. It's quick, it's easy, it's delicious. You're getting a good source of antioxidants, some good protein, some good fats, lots of flavor. It's really unique. Give it a try and let me know what you think. As always, everyone, I appreciate you watching, and live life optimized.